What's going on, everybody? My name is C4. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're here for episode 12 of our Madden 26 Vegas Raiders franchise mode. I was this close to getting the face paint on, but I felt like, I don't know, is the wild card, is that a little too early? You know? Is that a little too soon to bring out the alter ego with the face paint? I kind of felt, I was leaning towards yes, so I didn't do it. Obviously, I'm not wearing the paint today. I think for our first playoff game, we need to be clear minds, full hearts, can't lose. We got to go on the road against Kansas City. We played the Chiefs in the regular season. It was not good both games this year. Week 3, we lost 38-31. Offensively, we were trading points, but it just felt like at the end of the day, we just couldn't stop Mahomes. Yes, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, but he had almost 500 yards on the day. We did not have an answer for it. Now, we shut down the run game. Thornton was incredible, but the fact that pretty much any cheat, and you just tell, look at the dink and dunks. They had a long pass to Pacheco, but Rice was dink and dunks. Royals was dinking, like no huge explosive plays. It was just brutally efficient football up and down the field. We had no answer. But even worse was in the last episode, that second game against the Chiefs. In case you forget, in this game, we knocked Patrick Mahomes out of the game at like halftime. And they went in with a backup quarterback. Now, that one interception he threw was the final play of the first half, pretty much an arm punt Hail Mary. Other than that, he came in, both quarterbacks, 85% completion percentage. We could not get stops. We could not get off the field. So you know what we did? Look at, you might say, okay, we went for 2. We scored a last-second touchdown. There was like a minute to go. And I was like, you know what? Let's go for 2 for the win instead of the tie. Instead of 38, we're going to go get 39. We got 39. Went for 2-point conversion. Big nuts. You know, we walked out with the big cojones. And then what happens with the backup quarterback? They get into field goal range in like 2 plays, kick the field goal. We lose. The Chiefs sweep us in the regular season. So what do? Last episode, Hail Mary to make the playoffs. We make the switch. The quarterback, Kyle Clary, won the Heisman Trophy, was the second quarterback selected in the draft. We traded up. It wasn't an insane trade. We moved up like 6 spots, I think it was, in the first round. And I have regrets for not. I don't want to say I have regrets. I think it was still the right call to go with Geno Smith. I want to have some element of realism to this series. And realistically, Geno Smith off a 40-bomb touchdown season, getting a superstar dev. Even if you brought in a young quarterback, Geno Smith would start. And Geno Smith was fine. Those stats are fine. 30 touchdowns to 7 picks. If we let him finish out, he probably would have finished with 40 and like probably 15 picks. You know, interceptions were starting to pile up. That is a reason why we made the change to Kyle Clary for the final 4 games to make a playoff push. But I think that that's going to be maybe the difference, Mike. We had Geno Smith in both those games. I think Kyle Clary can be a guy that's the difference maker so that we don't go 0-3 against the Kansas City Chiefs this year. Another thing, Chiefs run game, offensively is what it is, but defensively, they struggle. I think our hidden secret weapon is going to be this 1-2 punch in the backfield. Ashton Jeanty and Keaton Mitchell running the football, and more importantly, being our defense. Chewing the clock up when we get the ball on offense, limiting the amount of times that Mahomes can go 90% completion percentage on our ass. With a full look at the playoff bracket here, Baltimore Ravens are the 1 seed. On the NFC side, the Tampa Bay Bucks are the 1 seed. We got the Commanders and Bears, Packers and Cowboys, Seahawks and Eagles, all very consistent, familiar teams to see in the playoffs from the AFC side. On the NFC side, we have the Bills and Bengals, yep. Chiefs and Raiders, yep. And a little divisional rivalry there to start off as the Texans and Jags go after it. Is what it is. Would like to think, we win. Maybe we get the lower seed. And, maybe Cincy wins and they get the Ravens. And then we can get the winner of this game. But also, I really don't want nothing to do with the Jags. The worst loss that we've had in this series through 2 seasons, without a doubt, was the Jags loss this year. So it'd be almost brutal in a way that if we could find a way to finally beat the Chiefs that in the next round, we get the freaking Jags again. It's like nightmares. So for the Chiefs, we know what the Chiefs bring to the table. Patrick Mahomes is elite, just under 5,000 yards passing, 44 touchdowns. Now 10 picks seems a little high for Patrick Mahomes. So maybe that's an element to his game as he's now getting older. Maybe there's going to be more chances to force a turnover or two. The run game was very complimentary. Jesus, Mahomes with 8 rushing touchdowns. I mean, he's a cheat code. No amount of sliders or anything will be able to make Mahomes suck on all Madden. We're going to have to figure out a way. Honestly, we have to trade points. They have 3 1,000 receivers, and Jalen Royal's not bad either at 900 yards. And Pacheco's a weapon on the backfield, but Xavier Worthy goes over 1,000. Noah Gray has stepped into that Travis Kelce role for 1,000. And Rashee Rice is, that is as dominant of a receiving season you're going to see. 1,200 yards and 19 touchdowns. As far as blocking, they have given up a lot of sacks, a lot more sacks than we have, with Hodges 9, Roger Rosengard at right tackle with 10. He came over from the Ravens. Josh Simmons, very talented player in real life, but in Madden, not so much. He averages a sack a game. So we're going to need Mad Max and company to have a hell of a day. Defensively, they got Bolton and Chenault linebacker, both studs. Their pass rush, 11.5 sacks. Chris Jones, 8.5 Gelati. Not though, not pretty modest pass rush. And I think pretty modest secondary numbers, even though we know they got talent led by Trent McDuffie at corner. But I'm not seeing a defense that should prevent kind of the game plan here, which needs to be, this is going to be a shootout. This is not going to be who has a better defense. It's going to be who is the better offense. And for us, we need to do everything in our power to keep that Chiefs offense off the field. So we're going to go 2 offense, 4 defense for our strategy here. We're going to get buffs to our offensive line, our tackles, and our guards. And on the defensive side, we're going to get arrow suppression, which I'm more so for those first 2 increase man and zone on blitz plays. I want to be aggressive defensively because what are we going to do? Just sit back and let Patrick Mahomes pick us apart? We're going to go Island Kings, which is obviously huge and maybe pivotal. How we got those picks to beat the Chargers in the season finale, win and in, lose and go home. I think maybe Island Kings had a big part to play in that. I can't stress enough, too. If you were just here and you may have missed the last episode, or maybe you only watched half of it, I try to put, at minimum, for the way that I watch long-form content, I do it more so in podcasts. I'm very annoyed when there aren't timestamps, because sometimes, I see an hour-long video, maybe I only have half hour. So I'll skip kind of segments of the conversation that's like, whatever, and get to what I want to see. So that's why I always try to put the title chapters in my videos, because I do know a lot of my content is longer form, and I feel like that's what I would like in my content. If you did not watch the Chargers game from the last episode, the regular season, go do it. It is probably the most important, insane, what is this type game that I can remember in a very long time for a franchise. Go check it out. But I think Island Kings played a big part of that. We're going to go load the box, which is going to help our corners and safeties. We just need to get secondary help. So I think that is going to help us out a lot there. With some of our players beat up, I don't need the extra XP. Everybody on offense, every starter, anyways, on offense and defense, we're going to be giving them rest. And here we go. Not only do we get the Chiefs, who've beaten us twice this year, we get them at home. And I think, by all accounts, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. And when you're going up against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, you don't want them to have any other extra advantages. We really are going to have to play a perfect game here. But to play a perfect game, you need a perfect quarterback. And Kyle Clary, until the final game of the regular season, went the whole year without an interception. Yes, he threw 2 picks in his last game. Hopefully that does not carry over. But we've seen him as a rookie play perfect quarterback in the NFL. And that is exactly what we need out of him today. You don't even get the walkout for us? Come on. Nice TFL. I think Mad Max have a big game too. He needs to be able to get home. These are not great tackles. What was that? What? I need to get they don't show a replay. What did we just do to the guard? He looked like he sold a wrestling move. And that's Trey Smith. Watch 65 here. That is their best lineman. Oh, okay. There's how you set the tone. The D-line's not going to mess around. Looks like a hold by 70, too, by the way. So that brings up a 3rd and 11. We're going to be Jamal Adams. We're going to try to help. Oh, it's a drop. Xavier Worthy, I think, is one. And the defense gets off the field. So for us, as we take the field, I remember, I don't know. I don't think we swept the Chiefs year one. I think we're 1-3 in our 2 matchups against the Chiefs in the regular seasons. But I remember the one we did win, I think we had almost 200 yards rushing with Ashton Jeanty. I think that is going to be a key to victory here. Because not only is that a weakness, this is not a particularly great run defense. It keeps the Chiefs off the field offensively. All right, down the line of scrimmage. And you'd like to think this could eventually set up some play-action shots. We'll come back to it. Hey, here we go. Good throw. Well, as we get hit, we are able to find Brock Bowers. There's no Kelsey. There is one undisputed tight end in the AFC West now. I do like this play action, though, because it gives Winters is coming. Deion Winters, the X-Factor rookie tight end, a chance to make a play. And look at that. Get it in his hands and manufacture a touch with a 6'7" machine. When you're going up against the final boss, the cheat code, I am not beyond throwing meshes when coach wants it. Especially when you can go to the best player in the NFL to try and take this home field out of it. That is a quiet Arrowhead Stadium. That was a perfect drive. Chewed up a lot of clock. Finished with 7. So I'm going to try as much as we can to run stunts with Maxx Crosby today. Because that can happen. Good things do happen. Let's go, Mad Max. Now we got him on a 3rd and 11. See, knocked that one. Now we got out of our man.
Mine.
Oh! Let's go! Let's go! Maxx Crosby dropping back in coverage against Xavier Worthy. X-Factor enabled. Oh, man. That was sick. That was all me. I'll take that. I'll take a win. Oh, my God. Looking like, I mean, he might be our 2nd best corner. Yeah, man. Trying to get another big throw to Winters. We got to be smart. We'll go screen here. We need to get points. You can't force a turnover against the Kansas City Chiefs and not get something from it. Of course, we get god-awful blocking. Post-wheel drag with Thornton as the money route. I got right there. Big Mitch. So how happens when you got Thornton out there? Man, he commands so much attention, you can have guys run wide open. And Jeanty untouched. We just got to play smart football here. Turnover-free football. Have a little bit of fun. We'll go fullback dive here. Ooh. Yeah. As soon as I saw Chris Jones is lined up on the way. All right, we'll go in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and goal. We got to at least try to get our get back here with the C4 special. I almost do like when Keaton Mitchell's out there more, but look at that. Blocked up. Perfect. Perfect start for the Vegas Raiders. We know it's coming. We know what the Mahomes-led Chiefs offense can do. It will be inevitable. Can we get a big enough lead before that starts to happen? And we got him on a 3rd and 3. Well, it's going to be a pass of some sort. Let's cover the running back. Baby, it's on the ground. Holy. They might. I mean, I might even look at going for this to try to get something going. Go again. Oh, that was an unnecessary juke. Throw a little stiff arm. He's got to have 100 yards before halftime. Okay, let's go play action. Fine with the risk this comes. We could just keep running it. But I think this could be a good time to try to throw it. They think we're going to run it. Boom. We got winners. Take the yards. Stay in bounds. Clock going. 3rd and 6. And we're in. I mean, hey, I always on 3rd down talk about what if we don't get it. Let's be positive. This play's going to work. Rockbauer's wide open. We're going to jump over a human being. Drive continues. I'd expect him to make that adjustment. I can't. That's just, you can't. And what are we doing? We're targeting the fullback. Well, we got him a 3rd and inches. They're going to try to sneak it. We got to time this right. Yes! Telling you, dude. Dive X. Stand over the center. Punt. What happens? You turn. Yeah, I mean, I at least can give you that one tidbit. The one thing I have figured out defensively is a decent probability chance of stopping the QB sneaks. I don't like any of that. How about that, though? How about the jump ball? One bad thing about McDuffie. He's like, what, 5'11"? A little bit short. How about when you got to match up against a 6'7" tight end? Just chuck it up straight in the air. Right, let's keep going here, man. Keep running it. This needs to be... The Chiefs don't get this to end this first half. I'm not going to be greedy. I don't need a touchdown here. I'd love a field goal. I'd love points. I will go in happily 14-0 in a halftime. We got winners out at wide receiver. Oh, my God. I got to at least try that. Oh, he had it. He dropped it. Damn it. Okay, we got Norman. Why are all our backups out here? Oh, is this the play? Oh, no. We got it. We had the first down, but we go for it all! The Dante Thornton Jr. And the Vegas Raiders go up 3 scores. Now, the question would be, because there's always that downside, if did we leave them too much time to get something out of the first half? But when that shot play, no safety presents itself, you know, is it cheesy? You know what's not cheesy? Is that how many years did we watch the Chiefs do that when they had Tyreek Hill? They'd run that play 50 times a game if you gave them that look. Now let's give them a taste of their own medicine. We got Jalen Hunt. He had 2 sacks on Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So maybe he can get a good shot. Bat minimum here. Bend don't break. We can give him 3. Okay, whatever. Give him those yards. Free yards. Let him have a field goal. Fuck off. Well, you know what? They gave us 20 seconds to go do something. Who wants to? Someone break off. Someone break off. I still can't believe we threw that pick to the fullback. What are we doing? All right, we got Verts. Let's see what old Spags wants to do. How you gonna stop the X out there? Oh man, we got right bumper. Oh, we're not catching that. Okay, we'll get a nice little sack there. Who's that? Kirkland? Keep hitting with our stunts. I don't think they're going to be running the football too much. Wow, dude. Right there to make another sack. We get a little Mahomes magic. Let's go, Max. Right here, buddy. Hey, tackle short! They throw it short. What in the Chip Kelly play call is that? All right, trading 3 and outs. Run it again. Run it again. And then a 3rd and short. Didn't work last time. We threw the pick going to him. Let's see if we can get some confidence back with the Shermanator. Gotta watch Bolton. Can't let him get a... Oh, my God. Maybe a little too much fullback in the biggest game. Okay, 50-yarder on the road. Luckily, we have a superstar kicker, so it's not impossible to make this. That's a huge 3 points. Need that. Did we re-sign Jeremy Chin yet? I remember that was like kind of like a wait and see. I love usering him. We just got, and obviously Jamal Adams. Got Rod for linebacker of the year. But man, just playing this blitz heavy, like a combo of man blitz. Well, Holmes is like, usually I can just nickel and dime these guys. Watch tight end there. Oh, that's a good grab. There we go, Tyree Wilson. I think he only had 1 or 2 sacks all year. That'll count. They do not like the stunts. They are not handling the stunts. They do not like the blitz. They do not like the man. And the big thing, man, is we're not letting them get the shot play. Like, even if they kind of can, gradually work their way downfield, time is against them. Hey, Sleepy Pete at DC calling a hell of a game. Pete Carroll saving his best for the most important game all year. 3rd and 2. Let's run it. Might not be the most exciting end of this game, but I'm going to have to do everything in my power. Oh, we'll throw a little stiff arm. We have to win. From this point, where we are right now, if we lose, I'm ending the series. I'm canceling it. Oh, baby. Try to get that highlight reel. I mean, luckily we don't... I actually don't really notice. I don't hurdle a lot. Imagine some people might spam it. Like, I assume that, like, increases your probability of fumbling when you get tackled on that. I have yet to do that. What I do have, though, is a great 1-2 punch that just is averaging 7 yards a carry. This is the number 3 rush defense in the league. Ooh, that was second. But look, even bad plays. Hey, clock's still going. Not a bad play. Let's go. Let's see if we can give him a bite on a play action here. Might be dumb. Might be able to get this to winners. That'd be a cool playoff touchdown. I think we're going to do it. Shout out Dion Winters. Who would have thought the absolute meme, let's draft the athlete in the draft, would have a playoff touchdown for us? I did not think that was possible. Look at that. Dion Winters. Great throw. Easy throw. Great play call. And 8-4's not going to mess that up. That just... I don't know, man. They're just so timid. What is that? Throw it to the end zone. 3rd and 9. There hasn't really been any sense of desperation. It's like almost like they're just trying to get a confidence builder drive with the season on the line. Oh. I'll take... Oh, you got to get both feet in there. 4th and 9. We got to get... I think we just stay. I mean, we'll go with a little bit more coverage. Not as aggressive, but we will have Maxx Crosby stunt. And obviously, hopefully that Kirkland injury is not bad. Now, let's see what we can do here. Jeremy Chin. I'm going to stop here this game. This game's pretty much over anyways. It's over. Oh, I had to get them to come on. Let's finish no garbage time. You know what, though? 13 seconds. I'll go garbage time. I'll give you garbage time right back in your face. How about that? How about that for the spread? Now, I need to be honest. In my schedule for this week, I literally had Raiders off-season stream question mark like Thursday. I assumed we were going to lose this game. Sleepy Pete, man. Pete Carroll figured it out. One hell of a defensive play. Don't let the garbage time score fool you. We shut down Mahomes. Our offense played well. Wasn't perfect. Threw a pick. Can't believe we targeted the fullback. We'll never do it again. Great lesson learned. The run game. Ashton Jeanty gets the game ball on top of our defense. And play of the game. Gotta be Maxx Crosby dropping back into coverage against Xavier Worley. User pick. Taking a look at the quarterbacks. Kyle Clary outplays Mahomes. No big deal. 224 yards, 77% completion percentage. Hat trick at touchdowns. Had the bad pick. Jeanty was incredible. Buck 36 on the ground. A tutty. And I don't see any injury icon. So I'm hoping he will be back for next week. We'll definitely have to double check. Who would have thought Dion Winters, out of everybody in our first playoff game, obviously Thornton had 71 and the 2 touchdowns, but that Winters would lead the team in receptions? I did not see that coming. But Winters did, because Winters is coming. Defensively, Jamal Adams, Jeremy Chin patrolled the middle. Maxx Crosby, 2 TFLs, 2 sacks, and a pick. Probably should be lock for Defensive Player of the Week. Hamilton and Wilson also getting involved. We saved our best for last, without a doubt. Our best game. Offense, defense, special teams, and the Raiders get a playoff win. And not just any playoff win. We just beat the Chiefs on the road. If you could do that, you could beat anybody. Pretty sick. Got nice upgrades. Kirkland and Winters, both with an upgrade off that win. That 4,000 XP for the coach. Pat Feed is up to level 27. We get a new play sheet unlock as well. It's something we'll likely never use. Funny who we get in the playoffs, huh? Probably the 2 most frustrating teams we played in the regular season. This show, there's no funny. Because obviously from a story standpoint, playing the Jags, who I've referenced multiple times, the worst performance without a doubt that we've had. It's not like I forced them to get us and we can play them. They're that good. They beat the Texans 21-7. T-Law played, modest, 73% completion percentage. The run game was efficient. Eagle Tank Bigsby is still there. Obviously, the trade hasn't happened. And I did see your guys' feedback, and I think we had enough votes. We're going to discuss it, obviously, during the offseason, but I'm leaning towards this offseason making the Micah Parsons trade, because obviously he's still on the Dallas Cowboys here. They have a really means at wide receiver, going to be a guy we pay attention to. And defensively, well, a lot of plays in the backfield. Had some sacks, but not a crazy performance. So that is how we're going to wrap up today's episode. We will be back before too long. Honestly, I would if I didn't. My kids, I got to pick, just got to get them from school and stuff, so I don't have time to play a second game. And I want to get this out to you, and I feel like when we make the playoffs, it's probably better to just take it a game at a time, because the offseason will always be a stream in this series. So we will be back before too long with the divisional round. How much longer can this journey for the Raiders take? Can't we go all the way to the Super Bowl? Do we get to avenge our demons? We beat KC. Can we do it against the Jacksonville Jaguars? We will find out. And I think the story of the day, we knew Jeanty was good. We knew Clary was good. We knew Thornton with his 2 touchdowns was good. We knew Winters is good. But it was the defense that played out of their freaking minds. Such a liability. Was far from it in this game. That was huge. And if we can build off of that, we don't have to play that perfect, but if I can even get like 75% of that, I think we can beat the Jags. But that'll be for the next time. If it is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you are enjoying this series. If you want to help with the videos, with the YouTube algorithm, leave a comment. Just even for the algorithm, leave a comment maybe who was your favorite player from that game, who stood out to you the most in that game. Do you think we'll be able to avenge our loss against the Jags? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you back in the next one. Till that time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out, love ya, have a good one.